Foley, thank you very much. I want to take you on the scene right now to Capitol Hill, where we are following some developing news. House Speaker Mike Johnson telling reporters that there will be no vote on a funding bill that might have averted a government shutdown. Our congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reed is there live. And Nate, there were concerns that the speaker didn't have the votes either from his party or even from House Democrats.
Yeah, that's right. House Democrats did not seem too keen on backing this bill for a number of reasons. One, he had attached not only a 6-month plan to fund the government until next March, which plenty of Democrats and some Republicans said was inadequate to fund the government at current levels all the way through next year. What he had also done was tied together a bill that would have required you to show proof of citizenship in order to vote in federal elections. Critics of that bill say that it's unnecessary, as non-citizen voting is already illegal, and furthermore would have injected confusion, last-minute confusion, into the 2024 election. He's now basically acknowledged what was apparent for many of us who cover Capitol Hill all along. He did not appear to have the votes. Democrats were not supportive. A number of Republicans were not supportive. The chairman of the House Armed Services Committee yesterday coming out against that bill, saying that he was not supportive of it. So again, it appeared like a ticking time bomb for Speaker Johnson on Capitol Hill. The question was, would he continue with the vote later today as planned, or would he abandon his attempt to do so? He has just told reporters a short time ago he is abandoning his plan to try and take a vote on that bill, sending House Republicans back to the drawing board. He said conversations will continue over the weekend.
We are now in Groundhog Day once again, trying to avert a government shutdown. Our congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reed for us on Capitol Hill. Nate, as always, thank you very much. As we head to break, as promised, the president and the vice president now on the ground in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The president touching down in Marine One just moments ago. They are there for a wreath-laying ceremony, and also after that, they will head to the Pentagon, where there will be another ceremony attended by both the president and the vice president later today. A reminder, as always, we want to hear from you. You can call us on our Scripps News Bureau hotline. The number is toll-free, 1-833-4-SCRIPPS. Share your comments and story ideas with us anytime. We are back out on the scene in 3 minutes. Stay with us.
The Race, tonight at 6/5 Central, only on Scripps News.
at the bottom right now of an already busy 12 o'clock hour. The Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, on the ground right now in Ukraine. He's in Kyiv with the UK Foreign Secretary. Also, the 9/11 ceremonies are underway right now in New York City, keeping an eye on those. And Senate lawmakers pausing to remember 9/11 as well. Lots of other news happening right now. Christian Bryant tracking all those stories for us. He's on the scene in our Washington, D.C. newsroom. CB, what's going on?
Del, good afternoon to you. Massive protests broke out in Mexico's capital after the Senate voted to overhaul the country's judiciary. It's a move that critics say would threaten democracy. The changes would require judges to be elected and reduce the number of Supreme Court justices from 11 to 9. The legislation still needs to be ratified by 17 of Mexico's 32 states. Missouri voters will get a chance to weigh in on the abortion issue in November. The state Supreme Court has ruled that a measure which would reverse Missouri's near-total abortion ban will appear on the ballot this fall. If approved by voters, it would enshrine abortion rights in the state constitution. Judges made their ruling just hours before a Tuesday deadline. Missouri lawmakers banned nearly all abortions in the state soon after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022. Sean Diddy Combs' attorney says he will appeal a judge's ruling ordering him to pay a man $100 million. The man, who's currently in prison in Michigan for an unrelated case, sued Combs for allegedly sexually assaulting him. He was awarded the winnings on Monday in a default judgment after Combs didn't appear at a virtual hearing. For the next 10 months, he will have to pay the inmate $10 million every month beginning October 1st. And more brands of apple juice are being recalled after high levels of arsenic were found. It now includes juice sold at different retailers such as Walgreens, Aldi, and Dollar General, sold under brand names like Nice 100% Apple Juice and Clover Valley 100% Apple Juice. No illnesses have been reported thus far. Del, if it feels like there have been a lot of recalls, you're not alone here. 2023 saw the most recalls since the pandemic, and consumer confidence for the government's ability to regulate food safety has dropped over the last few years. So.
Yeah, we just got over Boar's Head. CB, thank you very much. And thank you for watching. I'm Del Walters, live in Atlanta. If you're leaving us right now, your local programming is next. If you're staying with us on the scene, there is much, much more headed your way. As we head to break, 9/11 ceremonies continue in New York City. Once again, the president now on the ground in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Think about how much your life has changed in the 23 years since those terrorists crashed planes into the World Trade Center, and the Pentagon, and also in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. No TSA, no taking your shoes off as you boarded a plane. Life was much, much different, but much more different for the people reading those names.